Hello anime lovers, welcome to our channel, and today we will be giving deep breakdown of My Hero Academia Season 7, where the UA Traitor arc begins. You can find the videos of the previous episodes on our channel. So let's now dive into the story further with episode number 3. So far, we've seen that Star is killed by Shigaraki, but Star manages to kill her quirk along with herself, leaving Shigaraki severely injured. After this, Shigaraki returns to the All For One secret base. He was in a lot of pain and was yelling. All For One tells Shigaraki that his quirk has been badly injured, but there's no need to worry as it will heal over time. Shigaraki now expresses his hatred towards anyone who even remembers the face of All Might. He says he won't sit peacefully until he has killed them all. Both All For One and Shiga's minds are now fused. All For One also feels Shigaraki's hatred. All For One says he couldn't acquire Star's quirk, but a big obstacle in their path has been removed, so they can all relax now. Also, relying solely on one plan isn't a good idea. He tells the League that he knows they were eager to fight, but they'll have to spend a few more days hiding. Dabi doesn't like this idea. His cruel father, Endeavor, is enjoying himself flying in the sky while Dabi is sitting with his hands clasped. All For One tells Dabi that both he and Shigaraki are quite similar. They both need to achieve their goals, but there's a big difference between them. All For One has already made many paths to reach his goal years ago, so he can choose the best ones. And they will have to wait until Shigaraki body is perfect. Izuku Midoriya has also returned to UA High School now. He has a difference from Dabi that he has many friends, even in UA School. After this, we see Taruva girl who was hiding somewhere before. The rest of Class A was training on the school grounds to become stronger together so they could give tough competition in the upcoming battles. Bakugo and Deku were training together, with Bakugo attacking Deku with his new move and Deku getting caught off guard. Bakugo learned this new technique during his internship with Endeavor, where instead of releasing a big blast with his sweat, he can release many small blasts. Bakugo was still wearing his winter costume to use this technique, but he quickly gets tired using it. Todoroki was also training nearby, trying to use his ice and fire powers together to prevent Dabi from getting burned. To defeat Dabi, he'll have to combine both sides. Kaminari and Mineta discuss how All For One and Shiga are in a weak state right now, and if they find the two villains, they can defeat them easily. That's when Bakugo arrives and says they're wrong due to 3 reasons. Firstly, they've never been able to find All For One until now. This reminded Yuga of how violence suddenly emerged during the USJ and Forest Training Camp incidents, despite both locations being top secret. Yuga had disclosed the locations of these camps to All For One himself. Yuga's parents claimed they didn't do any of this willingly, but now they couldn't turn back. They only wished for Yuga's happiness. In reality, Yuga was born without a quirk. His parents wanted him to fulfill his dreams like other children and never feel bad about himself. That's why they sought help from All For One, who gave Yuga a quirk emitter. But now these people had become his captors. If they had known earlier, they would never have made a deal with All For One. Now Yuga thought he had to tell someone about this soon. Just then, he noticed someone nearby. Yuga, crying, admits that he regrets his actions and feels crushed by the weight of his sins. When All For One was arrested, he thought he was free and could live peacefully with his friends. Yuga's parents apologize to him and tell him to complete the order. Yuga doesn't like it, but he also didn't want his parents' death. That's why he betrayed them. Looking at Deku, Yuga thinks that when everyone was trying to bring Deku back, only he couldn't say anything to him. Deku says he's been feeling down for days and was worried about Yuga, so he came looking for him. Now realizing this, Yuga admits that he was the one who leaked the training camp location during the USJ and Forest training camps. He thinks Deku is a traitor and attacks him with his laser. But Toru intervenes, saying they could have all died as things are chaotic across Japan. Yuga hadn't even thought about his classmates, with whom he had been living for so long. With this, Toru's parents come to save him for the first time, but Deku captures all 3 with Black Whip. All Might and the police interrogate Yuga. Yuga got his quirk from All For One 10 years ago, and he doesn't think All For One planted a bomb with it like he did with Lady Gaunt. President Mike always suspected there was a traitor at school but never thought it could be a student. Principal Nezu asks what Toru was going to do next, while Kirishima tells Yuga to confess that it's all a lie. When the police ask Yuga to reveal everything about All For One, his father says they know nothing. They only followed All For One's orders. If they didn't, they would have been killed, just like many others before. Yuga starts crying, realizing that everyone could have been killed because of him, yet he shamelessly stayed with them as if he were their friend. He's just a villain. Deku says if that's the case, then why did he try to save Bakugo and Tokoyami in the forest? He knows another hero who was forced by All For One but still followed his heart. Doing something wrong doesn't always make someone a villain. Deku reaches out his hand and says he can still become a hero. Before Yuga can say anything, Tsukushi puts a mask on his mouth because Yuga's body could be rigged like Lady Gaunt's. First, they will take him to Central Hospital for examination. All for One doesn't know that Yuga has been captured. They can take advantage of this and trap Shigaraki and the other villains in a net. This means only Yuga can help them reach All for One. Deku tells Yuga once again that he can still become a hero, and the episode ends here. So friends, how did you like Yuga's reveal? Comment and let me know. I really like it when side characters are given proper stories. Anyway, now with Yuga's help, will the heroes be able to reach All for One? We'll find out in the upcoming episodes. So, make sure not to miss them. If you're new to our channel, subscribe, hit the bell icon. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and share it. I'll see you very soon with the next video. Thank you.